You are welcome to my channel. This is Mentors World Publishers. Before I start my presentation today, I encourage each one of you to click the button below and become a subscriber. And once you have done that, don't also forget to share the video to as many people as you can. When you do that, you are helping me to reach many people in the society to make it a better place. Now, let's get started, shall we? In order for us to buy our future, we need to understand the present in order to predict our future financially, which simply means that we need to be mindful how we are spending our resources. Now, when I talk about resources, this includes finances, our time. It also includes our health habits, whatever pertains to life. Because once everything that I've mentioned is not in balance, then it will be very difficult to prepare our future and then later on enjoy it fully so that we live a happy life and end our journey with honor. Just a reminder, you are responsible for every financial decision you are making now. So how you become in the future, or how your future manifests later on, depends on the decisions you are making right now, which means you're not supposed to blame anyone, because the responsibility to manage your life entirely is in your hand. God has given you a free will. You can make any choice you feel like making, but every decision or choices you are making comes with results. So these results may be positive or negative, depending on the things you are embracing as something important in your life. That is why the fundamental basis of any judgment of action is based on the principle of personal responsibility. What do I mean? Well, we are responsible for the things we do in life. We are responsible. If we are poor, it means we made a decision to be that way. If we are rich, it means we took responsibility to acquire whatever we have. If we are failures, it means we took personal responsibility, and the result always shows. So that is why we are supposed to be mindful of the actions we are taking, the decisions we are making, for us to end well as responsible citizens in any society. Did you know that there are two types of people in the society, even as I'm speaking right now? There are field-minded people as well as tent-minded people. What do I mean? Well, when you are a field-minded person, you are futuristic, you are busy preparing for your future, you are focused, and you want to build something which everyone will see. It's different from a tent-minded person. You remember, historically, we know that those guys who used to live in tents, they would pitch their tents today here, tomorrow, move and pitch the tents somewhere else. There was no stationality in whatever they were doing, no focus. So if you want to build your future properly and see the results and enjoy, you need to be like a field-minded person, because a field-minded person will look for a piece of land. They'll begin to do farming, or they'll begin to build houses, and in return they are going to have positive results. So in the society, if among what I've mentioned, the field-minded person and the tent-minded person, you need to actually judge yourself. Where do you belong? Otherwise, you will remain in the same cycle without any improvement or development in whatever you do. In order to buy your future, you must be part of the team who are doing something bigger for the society. which means your services should be rendered. You are not supposed to be on the receiving side, okay? Because your services, your skills are also needed. So we must not just be spectators, we have to be participating. That's the reason why we went to school, in order to polish ourselves and develop the skills within us. The reason why you went to school is to develop your inner abilities and skills so that you can become a responsible citizen and useful. So we are not just obtaining certain types of education to become a burden to the government, or to become a burden to our family members, or to become a burden to our churches. But we need to produce result through the skills and the inner abilities we have developed after attending all manner of different learning institutions. Don't just wait for your professional outcome in order to survive, but rather use your skills, talents, in order to overcome economical hardships. There's always something you can use if you want to live a better life. The problem is that we don't want to step out and do something. Why? Because we're afraid of risks. We're afraid of what people will say. But if you take that step alone, then you begin to shine. You must be in the forefront to create opportunities for yourself as well as other people. When you do that, then you become a frontliner where development is concerned. So you develop your environment, and then you extend that development to other people in the society, and then you create a useful and healthy environment for everyone. When you have a business, you don't just put your money in a portfolio and wait for a return, but you create opportunities for yourself and for other people. That's the only way you can change the society where you are living in. You must invest more on education, and invest more on education than you do on temporal needs and selfish needs. That's the only way to go if you want to live a transformed life. There are actually various investments you can do. You can invest in government bonds as well as short-term corporate funds and many more. So you see, it's because we don't know where to start from, but if once you acquire information, then you begin to connect your skills and abilities, and go out and begins to work in order to change your own life. And my last point is, do investment with enough sense. Most of the time, we enter into businesses or doing something without much information. Just because someone is doing something does not mean you too can do what other people are doing. You need to gather information, because when it comes to investment, even savings, there are vital information which you need to acquire if you are to become a competent investor or someone who is really ready to prepare for their future. So, any business skill, it may be entrepreneurship, small business, you need to acquire information, because if you do it prematurely, you may never succeed. Avoid running your life on adrenaline, but rather go for wisdom and understanding. You need to know something about a certain business if you are going to succeed. Don't just jump into it blindly. No, you have to acquire some wisdom. If need be, go to school, study strategies on starting business, investment, savings, all such stuff. Get informed, and then you can come back and then begin to pursue any desire of your financial freedom. When you lack wisdom and understanding, the means to pursue wealth become the end instead of the means to the end, which means we need to be cautious and have that understanding. Proper procedures must be followed. That's the only way for success. Thank you so much for your time. If this video is making sense to you, please hit the button below and become a subscriber. And don't forget to share with family and friends. When you share my video, you are helping me to reach as many people as possible and make the world we are living in or society a better place. God bless you.